Hold on. And I'm back. I don't like bogging on you niggas. I like teaching you shit. Y'all really don't got it. You gotta think in a higher mentality. Let me show you some drip. Everybody out here talk about what a gangster is. Y'all bugging. Why would I plead the fifth and stay quiet until they offer me something and I gotta tell on myself? I'm about to bark on you niggas. You mean to tell me they gonna lock me up? I'm gonna stay quiet. And when they start offering me shit I know I can't handle, I'm gonna plead guilty and explain everything I did when I plea out in my guilt. Yeah, I committed the crime, me and my co-defendants did this. What the fuck happened to your co-defendants? What the fuck are y'all talking about? The whole idea of a snitch and a rat is not to put a person in prison. That's it. Once you do that, you're a snitch or a rat. Just to be a snitch, just a snitch, you have to go through a long length of fundamental patterns to put a person behind bars. You can't be a snitch if you ain't go through that fundamental length of putting somebody behind bars, which consists of getting nigga locked up. The first step is making a statement or identifying somebody. A statement is nothing. You gotta identify a person within the statement they gotta believe. First step. Second step, you put them in the scene of the crime where they go investigate and believe it. Third step, they go investigate it and make you a perp. Then they lock you up to question you. Then they bring you back as the snitch. This is the long step. And you gotta ID him in front of them, either through a photo array or lineup. You ain't a full snitch yet. You're still in the walking pattern. You then gotta get the nigga indicted at the grand jury. After the grand jury, he sits there for whatever long time till he get pre-trial. Right before trial, you gotta point him out again. After that, at trial, you get on the stand and say, he did it, I know that. Everything you said before, you gotta match up and point him out on the stand. Then you're just a snitch. A rat is a nigga that been doing that shit so long, they believe in it. Now they gave him a fake badge. They call it a confidential informant number. So when y'all niggas on here calling these rapper dudes that ain't put nobody in jail a rat, you're bugging. Now, all the rapper dudes that might have put a person in jail that's calling other niggas a rat, you're bugging. The whole purpose of being a rat is a person that do this shit on a regular basis. Or you did it on a large scale, one big time. You put a whole gang in jail. That's the only way they could call you a rat. And if a person accept that he a rat, cool. If a person don't accept you a rat, cool. What the fuck does it mean to you? At the end of the day, these niggas is rappers. What the fuck does it mean to you? If they put somebody in jail, they accept it, cool. If they didn't, they got 9 to 5 businesses, bro. That's the problem that I don't understand with people. 9 to 5 back in the days is what separated the streets. Nowadays, you got niggas like White 100 reinvented what separated the streets. If you had a 9 to 5, nigga ain't fuck with you. Nowadays, 9 to 5, nigga got a gun on him trying to boom you. Nah, bro, y'all bugging. Y'all fucked up. You got a job, you working, you doing what you doing, stay to the side. Let the gangsters be gangsters. They trying to come up, they fucked up. That was the only reason to being a gangster. I'm fucked up, I'm trying to get a little extra bread and I ain't got nothing else to do. Niggas ain't living that kind of life no more. Niggas want to be gangster just for clout. For instance, set up cases. I've been having them my whole life. Since 2001, when I shot at the cops, something that I don't want to brag about. When I was a kid, 18 years old, 17, I boomed at the cops, and since then they've been setting me up. But the thing is, people I notice sit there and laugh and brag and go in on you about a case they know that was a setup. For instance, the YSL case. I'm not saying they innocent, but a lot of them niggas is innocent. They just made the case up like everybody else's case. So when things go wrong and dudes start fighting each other inside the case, all these white people want you to do is argue with each other and forget that they set you up. I got a good example. Chef G, he locked up for all type of charges. They said they know he's innocent. Conspiracy is not a true crime. We already know this. But they said he's innocent. So why then he got to plead guilty and explain everything he didn't do so he could convict everybody else? Where the fuck does that make sense? He got to plead guilty and explain everything he didn't do that's going to become a fact and help verify facts in everybody else's case that's in that conspiracy. I don't get it. But then we got to call ourselves stand up. I don't get it. We all supposed to keep it quiet and don't plead guilty. When you plea out, you bugging. That's the whole point of it. That's why everybody else got to plea out. And that's the point of my friend La Brim when he said about, I don't want niggas on my indictment. And that's what G Light talk about too. G Light is a gangster because he went through it. Now, that's the type of niggas that you got to salute. You feel me? Because a lot of niggas ain't going to go through no trials with you. This is why I don't be having co-defendants. You ain't going to trial with me. I know you not. You're going to plead guilty or you're going to find the easiest solution to get the fuck out of jail. Me, every time I get locked up, I'm going to give you a little solution to your madness of questioning me. I'm not bragging violence, but word of my mother, ask anybody, even the cops. Every time I get locked up for any crime, I go on the island and catch bare more charges. I'm talking about I might catch like 5, 6 charges, and I gotta beat them shits too before I come home. So don't ever think a nigga go on the island looking for a way out or get locked up, I'm looking for a way out. Boy, I'm in there catching new ones from the precinct to the island. Ask anybody. So I don't know what people be identifying, but you gotta identify things the correct way. A lot of people go in courtrooms and they say, I'm guilty. When you say I'm guilty, you're snitching on yourself. That's exactly what a snitch is, all right, bro? All right, so explain that shit the right way. And once you motherfuckers in the street, you in the street. Once you're a 9-to-5er, you're not involved with nothing. You can't tell. That includes everybody that got a profession. Rappers, entertainers, you got to come outside with a whole security team. And if you pull up on this block right here, where I'm at, in the floors, you got to call the precinct, the 6ix9ine precinct. For them to allow you to come out on this block, you got a whole motherfucking business. So when you perpetrate some kind of shit to the public, like, yo, nigga ain't pulling up on you, robbing you, going to jail, but this is shit niggas got to really like, this rapper shit is not for the streets. Keep that shit separated, bro. That's y'all business. Hold the fuck on.